Munchkins and viewers alike, it's me Munchie and welcome to the introduction video of a new foster hamster in our rescue. For those of you who are new here, hi, I rescue and foster small animals such as hamsters, gerbils, and mice. Mainly hamsters because I have a soft spot in my heart for them and they're the most common animal to find besides those other two that I mentioned. And I like to educate people on proper hamster husbandry and to let you know how you can enjoy your small companion and how they can enjoy themselves while in your care. So I'm trying to create a good bond between hamster and hamster owner, especially since these pets are considered to be throwaway pets, unfortunately, and people are not understanding their care, and so they become very restless, they become irritated, and they just get discarded. So in this case, I have little Xena here, and Xena is at least a year old or older of a hamster. She came to us because her owners were moving out of the country, but the way her story unfolds is one of the more horrific ones because this is just basic neglect and continuous neglect, knowing it's neglect. So here's how the story unfolds for poor Xena here. And Xena is such a docile, wonderful little hammy. This is Xena. Xena weighs 256 grams, which she tops Hershey's weight. For those of you who remember our largest hamster intake, Hershey was 236 grams. So having Xena here be about 256 grams when we took her in is insane. But look how beautiful her coat is right there. Very gorgeous. And then if I flip her over, this is what she looks like. She is, sorry girl, she is very chunky. And so we were very devastated to hear about what happened to her when the person that contacted us let us know what was going on with her situation. And she was actually housed, get this, with another Syrian adult hamster for 10 months. This is Xena's story. So Xena's owners back of last year, I think it was August time, they went to a pet store and they saw two hamsters in the adoption program at that pet store. They decided to take them both home. I don't know if the worker let them know that you can't house two hamsters together, and they were of course kept together ever since then, which is not okay. Syrians are solitary. If you see them, and I hate when customers say to me, well, I saw them at the pet store and they were together. Those were baby Syrian hamsters and they really should not have been together, especially past 5 to 6 weeks is when they start fighting for territory. And so if you still have them past that time, there could be injuries, there could be complications, there could be death. So hearing that this hamster Xena, my warrior princess, did not die or kill another hamster in 10 months is incredible, because my other personal hamster I own that is not a part of my rescue, she is my own animal that I personally kept and adopted from an adoption program. She is the survivor of putting one female in with another female that they didn't grow up with, and she killed that older female, and then the owner got upset and returned the hamster to the store. So it's so, no, do not do it. Do your research. If you're purchasing two hamsters, get two different cages. Do not do that. So this hamster lived for 10 months with this other really huge hamsters, and they were about around the same weight, but then they started fighting. And what really made me upset was I was told by the person that the family was a big family with some kids, and the father apparently thought that this was amusing because then they started to attack one another and they caused horrific wounds. They have pictures of the wounds when they were resurrendering it to the same pet store which they adopted them from 10 months later, and that's how I was contacted, because they're like, hey, we have hamsters needing immediate medical attention, would you like to take them? So hey, being the hamster lady rescue that I am, of course I was gonna take them. So with Xena and her other sister, Goldie, even though they're probably not sisters, or maybe they could have been sisters. Litters can be all different types of colorations and patterns. So of course Xena and her sister Goldie had horrible wounds when they were with the family, and then when the family was going to relinquish them over to the pet store, they showed them the proof and they showed them the wounds now, which they were scarring. Some of them were scarring and some of them were still open, but the main concern was all of the lumps on the hamsters. They were everywhere, swollen little fluid sacks, and they needed medical treatment right away. By the way, if you hear anything, I'm in the hamster room late at night, so of course all the hamsters are awake, and Star likes to just move her entire hide against the glass. So if you're hearing any banging, that's gonna be her. But out of the two hamsters that had the wounds, Xena was the least affected. It was Goldie that had the most wounds on her and some really big lumps that I really didn't like. So immediately I went over to the store and picked them up, but the thing that I found out the next day or within 24 hours of being contacted and communicating with this person who let me know about the hamsters in the first place, I found out that one of the coworkers at that store wanted to take Goldie, and so Goldie was not going to be in my care, which did make me a little frustrated because I thought that I would provide them medical treatment, examine them, let them lose weight naturally, and then put them up for adoption. But of course, right now during my move, I would rather deal with one less hamster than to have another hamster I have to provide for. But the main problem was I really strongly told them they need medical attention and they need medication, and I just don't know if the person will provide that or not. Vet visits around here, depending on where you go to, can be very inexpensive or very expensive. So usually my vet visit for just a hamster is around $40 to $50, and of course if you need medications it's going to be a little bit more. So I was asked how much I usually spend on hamster vet bills, and usually if it's one hamster the average is anywhere around $79 to $112. It's usually not higher than that unless surgery is involved or unless you're running a bunch of tests, which I have done in the past. But a lot of these have been very low cases of, oh, just needing antibiotics, just needing this, just need a little fixer-upper. But I do have Xena, and Goldie is now in the care of another person, so I don't know about her. I will try to ask for updates and seeing if Goldie's doing okay, but I really wish that I could have taken Goldie. Since I knew more about the hamster than the person that was supposedly taking her, I felt like that should have been a better call to just give them both to me. But of course, I had no say in that. I was trying to be polite, and the person that did contact me does watch these videos. Hi, I didn't want to say anything to you at that time, but I hope you understand my frustrations as to why I really think I probably should have taken her. But I don't want to step on people's toes because meeting the person that was going to take her, she was so happy and bubbly and excited to take her. But I really hope that that was a good decision making, because it's just, it always has that what if scenario in your head. What if this hamster's not getting provided enough care? What if one of those little lumps bursts and you don't know exactly what's gonna happen? Just wishing Goldie luck, crossing fingers. But Xena is in my care, and she's gonna remain in my care for several months because I do not want to release a hamster unless they are healthy. She is overweight, extremely overweight, but she could just be overall a very big hamster, but you do see that she needs to lose a little bit of weight. She was in a 10-gallon tank with Goldie. That is extremely small. That is too small. That is, God, isn't a 10-gallon tank 120 square inches? That is nothing. Always frustrated, always biting each other, sharing the smallest space possible. And the father thought it was amusing that they were biting each other. Dickhead. Wait, can I say that on my channel? Dickhead? He's a dickhead. I don't even care if you were moving or not. If you surrender them like this to me, I would be like, hey, what is this? People that are beginner hamster owners need to understand research needs to be done. Don't impulsively get a hamster because you see it and that was your only decision making on that day is, hey, I kind of want a hamster. If you haven't thought about it before that point in time when you saw it and you want it, then you should not get it at that moment. Research. And because I take constantly in animals that people have not done research for and or might be reharming and or neglect situations and or special need cases, I have horrible stories to tell you, but I hope you guys understand I'm telling you guys these stories because I hope that we as a community can learn and grow and educate, because if I educate somebody, they can pass off the information to another, they can help out another animal closer to them, and it just keeps spreading and we can hopefully reach people that we haven't reached before. So she is gonna be remaining in my care for, I want to say, a good 3 months, and then if she is losing weight, making progress, if her wounds have healed and everything, she will be available for adoption, but not anytime soon. I just want to let you guys know, if you are here from YouTube following my rescues Instagram, that is not my personal Instagram, that is the rescues own Instagram. Please do not contact me on there because I'm having issues with that. But somebody did already go on one of her posts and say that they would like to adopt her. Please understand, guys, when I intake an animal, I quarantine them. I make sure that they are able and healthy to be rehomed. I will not just be posting all the available hamsters there. I post the journey on Instagram to share with you guys who's been intaken, who's being rescued, who's being rehomed, who needs to go to the vet, and things like that. So thank you so much. Xena is just adorable, and I hope you guys will see more of her in the future. But right now, like I said, I am moving, so thank you for just being here with me and learning about who I take in. Just like little Xena, my warrior princess today. So if you liked the video, hit like to show support, comment down below with anything you would like to say, and subscribe if you're new here and would like to become a part of the Munchkin family and see more future rescues and intakes from me. So thanks guys for everything, and I'll see you later. Bye bye!